Hi everyone, welcome back to our class. So today we will be discussing the chapter in chemistry, acid, bases and salt. In this chapter we will be studying different types of acid, their characteristics, their properties, their reactions, and also that of bases, different types of bases, their properties, their activity means or their reactivities. Okay. And also another type, that is of salt. Okay, what are the different common salts which we use in our day to day life? Okay, so these are the things which we will be going to discuss in this chapter. Okay, so from the lower classes itself you have started to study, you have been hearing about an acid, a base, etc. Can you just recall some of the examples of acids or bases? Some examples of an acid. Give an example of an acid. Just recall what you have studied. You might have heard about hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. Okay, then acetic acid. Do we use acetic acid in our day to day life? Do we use it? Yes. The acetic acid is where we use acetic acid. The vinegar which we use in our house, the vinegar for cooking, etc. So the vinegar is acetic acid, diluted acetic acid. 6% of acetic acid in water is vinegar. Okay. Then all the fruits are having what? Acid in it. Natural acids are present in fruit. In our stomach, in our body, in our stomach, we are having hydrochloric acid. Can you imagine? The acid is there inside our body in order to help the digestion. So we are dealing with acids in our day to day life. And the bases, which are the common bases? Ammonia is a base, ammonia. Then hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, all these are bases. Okay, so the soap which we use, it's a base. Okay, for cleaning, for washing, etc. It's a base. Okay, so we are dealing with acids and bases in our day to day life, and it's an inevitable part in our day to day life. Okay, so we are going to study in detail about these acid bases and also salts. Salts, are we using salts in our day to day life? Are we using it? The common salt which we use, it is sodium chloride. It's a salt. So chemically it's a salt, and that's what we are using for each and every dishes we prepare, our parents prepare. Okay, so then what we use? The baking soda, have you heard of? Baking soda, bleaching powder, washing soda. Okay, then plaster of Paris. Some of you might be very experts in preparing all these type of statues, etc. using plaster of Paris. Okay, so these all are the common salts which we use in our day to day life. So we are going to study in detail about all these things. So just recall what all you have studied in your lower classes. What is an acid, what is a base? So acid means, you might have studied it, it is sour in taste. The acids are sour in taste. Okay, and we are going to study in detail chemically. If we say an acid, we will say that it contains hydrogen ions. It contains hydrogen ions in it, which is ready to be donated. This will become H plus Cl minus. Now you know how it is HCl, how it is produced, you know it. We have discussed it in our introductory class and all. The valency, the hands, etc. So the valence of hydrogen is 1, the valency of chlorine is 1. So they will combine together to form hydrochloric acid. They both are happy. Okay, their tears are gone because they are now satisfied. Their octet is complete. They are very much satisfied. That's how reaction happens. Okay, so these things we have discussed. So this H plus is ready to be given out as H plus ions, which produces H plus ions. So the acids are substances which are ready to give H plus ions, which produce hydrogen ions. Those substances we call it as what? Acids. And the examples are hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, etc. Sulfuric acid, nitric acid, etc. then acetic acid is there, citric acid is there, all these things, all are examples of acid. So, important thing to be noted down in your mind. Acids are substances which produces H plus ions, hydrogen ions. Clear? Okay, so that part is clear. Now, what are bases? If acids are substances which produce hydrogen ions, bases are entirely the opposite characteristics. They have the entirely opposite characteristics. They will produce hydroxide ions. Bases will produce hydroxide ions. Bases will produce hydroxide ions. Okay, so those substances which produce hydroxide ions, they are called as what? Bases. They are called as bases. Okay, okay. So the examples of bases: sodium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide. So all these have OH minus ions. This OH minus ions, this OH minus ions, whichever is present in any substance, and those substances are ready to give away those OH minus ions, so which are ready to produce for another type of reaction and all, if they are ready to produce these OH minus ions, then we will call it as a base. We call it as a base. Is that clear? So acids and bases, and also we know bases bitter in taste, they are slippery, the soaps are slippery. Okay, so and also they are corrosive. Acids and bases both are corrosive, but you may think that acid burn is very dangerous. It is dangerous, but even more dangerous is alkali burn or base burn. Base, it is also known or called as alkali. Base, which is, it's also called as alkali. Clear? Okay, so alkali burn is even more dangerous than acid burn. So while you are dealing with these acids and bases, you have to be careful. And also don't think that, and you may think, okay, then soap is more corrosive. No, soap is mild base, their concentration is very less, and that we are going to study which is strong base, which is strong acid, which is weak acid, which is weak base. Those things we will be studying it, and how to understand that whether a substance is an acid, whether it is a strong acid, whether it is a strong base, whether it is a weak base, that we will be studying it in this chapter itself. Okay, so the introduction is clear. What is acid? What is base? Is it clear? Okay, so is there any doubt? And you find out, as homework you find out lot of examples. Whichever example you can find out in under acids and bases. You find out and write it in your notebook. Okay, so that's about acids and bases. Now, what we have to study is their reactions or the chemical properties of acids and bases. Okay, what are the chemical properties of acids and bases? First of all, acids and bases react with metals. Acids and bases react with metals. Acids and bases react with metal. What will they do? Acids and bases react with metals. What can they do? These acids and bases, HCl, for example, HCl, when it is reacting with a metal sodium, sodium is a metal. What is the valency of sodium? It is 1 because it is 11, 2, 8, 1. Don't forget. Please try to study the basic concepts of chemistry. Don't hesitate to study it, because if you study it, it will be very helpful for you in your later classes. The concept will be very clear to you then. You can easily understand the new concepts if you have the basic clear. Okay, so the introductory part, you just try to hear it, try to understand it, try to study it again. You watch it once, twice, thrice, how much time. If you can't understand, you just ask doubts. We are ready to clear it. Okay, so if you understand chemistry, if you understand the basic of chemistry, basic part of chemistry, then whichever new portion we are going to study it will be helpful for you. Okay, so an acid, when it is reacting with a metal, what will happen is, this metal being more reactive than hydrogen, it will replace hydrogen, because this is an acid, it is very ready to donate this H plus ions. So, what will happen? We will get NaCl. What is it? What is sodium chloride? That is a salt, plus what is remaining? H plus ions, hydrogen ions or hydrogen gas. Okay, hydrogen gas. H won't remain single, it will be combining with another hydrogen to form hydrogen gas. That's all, that also I have discussed in the introductory class. Why it is so? Because they have to satisfy their valency. Okay, so when acid is reacting with metal, we will get salt and hydrogen gas. Same way, when base is reacting with metal, we will get salt and water. Okay, when base is reacting with metal, we will get salt and water. Is that clear? Okay, so that is the important thing. First of all, you have to understand this one. Clear? Now, when the acids are reacting with metal oxides, reaction with metal oxides, when acids are reacting with metal oxides. Okay, for example, again let us take HCl plus metal oxides. For example, copper oxide, metal oxides, it is copper as a metal, copper oxide. What we will get is, we will get CuCl plus H2O. You might have studied the balancing of chemical equations. You can balance the equation, write down the equation and you can balance it. Okay, CuCl2 plus H2O. Okay, so if you want to balance it, what you have to do? Here what you have to do for balancing it? Just put a 2 over, take 2 molecules of HCl. If you take 2 molecules of HCl, there will be 2 H plus ions, there will be 2 Cl minus ions. Those 2 Cl minus ions will go and combine with copper. And why it is CuO? Because copper is having valency 2, oxygen is also having valency 2. They both have 2 hands. Both hands are connected with each other, so they are happy. Cu double bond O. They are happy. Okay, these things I have discussed it, but again I am asking you to refresh it, because without the basic elementary portion, you are not going to succeed. Okay, if you want high marks, top level marks, please understand the concept. Don't by heart anything. You understand it, you study. Clear? Okay, so 2 HCl plus copper oxide will give you copper chloride plus water. Okay, so when metal oxides are reacting with acids, we will get salt plus water, copper chloride, it is also a salt. Okay, and when base is also reacting with water, when a base is reacting with water, we will get what? The same, salt plus water. When a base is reacting with acid, we will get salt plus water. Okay, so that is about reaction with metal oxide. So we have studied reaction with metal and reaction with metal oxides. Okay, now important thing, very important thing, when an acid is reacting with a base, what will happen when an acid reacts with a base? Okay, let us take an example, HCl plus sodium hydroxide. Very important, what we will get? When an acid is reacting with base, double displacement you have heard? Okay, sodium chloride plus H2O. We will get a salt and water. Hydrochloric acid, H plus they are ready to give. NaOH, OH minus they are ready to give, because that is a base. So that OH minus and H plus, positive and negative, they will combine together to form H2O. H2O is formed. And the remaining Cl minus and Na plus and Cl minus, they are very easy, they are very happy to join together to form sodium chloride, salt. Okay, so an acid and base, it will react together and we will get salt plus water. Now listen carefully, Now listen carefully. We have reacted a base with what? Acid. We have reacted a base with an acid. Okay, an acid was reacted with a base. Acid was having entirely different property than that of the base. But these two properties got neutralized. Salt is not having any property of acid, salt is not having any property of base, but it is a neutral compound. It is a neutral compound. So, the acid and base, their entire properties got neutralized when an acid and base is reacting together. So, this type of reaction, when an acid is reacting with base, we will call it as neutralization. We will call it as neutralization reaction. Acid reacting with base, we call it as neutralization reaction. We call it as neutralization reaction. Okay. So, that is what we have to study in these type of reactions. When acid is reacting with water, acid is reacting with what? Acid is reacting with a metal, acid is reacting with metal oxide, acid is reacting with a base. It is neutralization reaction. We will get salt and water. Clear? Okay. So, that is it. Now, what we have to discuss again is in water. In water. Water means it is H2O. So, this H2O can be, it will be present as H plus and OH minus ions. It can be present as H plus and OH minus ions. Okay. So, listen, when an acid is reacting with water, this will produce what? H plus ions for sure. That will produce H plus ions, isn't it? So, listen carefully, this H plus ions will be eliminated. So, Cl minus ions plus H plus ions. This is an acid. In water, the acids will be they will be dissociating into H plus, and the H plus ions will be dissociated from acids in water. Okay. Now, this H plus ions, it won't remain as such over there. This hydrogen ions, they won't be remaining as such over there, because in water there is OH minus ions also and H plus ions also. So, what they will do is, this full H plus ions, they will come and join with the water molecules. This full hydrogen ions, they will come and join with the water molecules, and what we will get? H2O plus H, that means H3O plus. These are called hydronium ions. In water, acids will produce hydronium ions, because the hydrogen ions produced is combining with the water molecules and it is forming a new compound H3O plus, because the one positive, extra positive charge is being added into this compound, isn't it? So, it is hydronium ion. So, acid, when it is dissolved in water, it will produce hydronium ions. Okay. And what will happen when a base is reacting in water? When a base is dissolved in water, when a base is dissolved in water, sodium hydroxide plus water, that means it is produced, it is dissolved in water, we will get sodium ion plus OH minus ions. It will produce, in water, bases will produce OH minus ions. Okay, this is what you have to study. The base will produce OH minus ions, the acids will produce hydronium ions. Okay, is the concept clear? Okay, is the concept clear? Okay, acids, bases, their reactivities, etc. Is it clear? Okay, so you have to understand the neutralization reaction. That is the important thing. Neutralization reaction. Okay, now a new term, it's not a new term, but a phenomena or a process. A process, that is dilution. Dilution. Dilution means it is just adding acid into water. That means if you take a beaker and if you take 10 ml of concentrated acid, that means only acid is there, concentrated acid. In concentrated acids, acid means in constant, that means in 10 ml, imagine that only 10 H plus ions are there. 10 HCl molecules were there in 10 ml of water. So 10 H plus ions will be produced. Okay. So that 10 H plus ions will be present over here. Okay. Now what I am doing is I am adding water into this. Around 50 ml of water I am going to add. So when I add 50 ml of water, this 10 HCl H plus ions, it has been dissociated, it has been distributed equally along this part, isn't it? 10. Okay, that means when I am adding water, the H plus ions concentration decreases. That means per unit volume, the H plus ions concentration decreases, because in 10 ml it was having 10 H plus ions. Now in 50 plus 10, 60 ml also, it's only having how much? It's only having 10 H plus ions concentration, isn't it? So this decrease in the amount of H plus ions or OH minus ions, it is called dilution. So when we are adding water into acid, when we are adding water into base, this is called, this process of addition of water into acid or base, it is called dilution. So the decrease in the concentration, reducing the concentration, is the process which is undergoing when we are diluting the acids or bases. I hope everything is clear. Okay. So if you have any doubts, you can ask. Thank you.